Hello! Notice something different? Well, I'll cut to the chase. Without stating the obvious, I am for once talking to you in front of the camera. It's been a while since my first video, and ever since I started, I was just basically hiding behind the camera through like narration or simply just typing text on the screen, you know, all that jazz. And I think it's about time that I started facing my fear and really develop my on-camera presence, because that's something that I should be practicing if I want to do this long term. So here I am, talking to you guys in front of the camera. It might be bumpy, but we'll figure it out. We like character development here. Without further ado, let's get into the topic. In my very first video, I talked about how I had a really great 2021. It just felt like last year, my life sort of fell together. It's kind of like the key turning point to making me want to start this channel to sort of document my progress and also share some of the learnings and gold nuggets that I've discovered to everybody, and you know, hopefully it will be of use to you. So today, I guess I wanted to talk about the goals that I've set for 2022, and I know by the time this video is out, it is probably going to be April. We're pretty much well into the year, but hey, it's never too late to set your goal for any time. And honestly, April 1st is Q2 for those that are working. There's a study that's shown whenever it's either Monday, first of the month, birthdays, obviously New Year's, those are all really great tiny triggers to give you a starting fresh feeling. If you're looking to start setting goals, better late than never. So this is my journal for this year. Please ignore the scattered stickers. For some reason, none of my stickers really stay on these notebooks. They always start out looking really nice, but throughout the year, things fall out. I don't mind it. It's like ever changing, just like me. I don't have to have control over how the cover looks. Let's start with my goal page. It looks something like this. This is like my very first attempt in trying to, you know, do some decoration, making it look nice. But it's still a really simple setup because I find that if I just go overboard and expect myself to have gorgeous looking page, I just know I wouldn't do it. So essentially, my goals for this year is consistent of 5 pillars. Hey guys, it is Editing Kate here, and I was not expecting to see you guys so soon, but I am in the middle of editing, going through all the clips, and it is a freaking nightmare to try to piece everything together. So I have to now jump in and basically do a little bit of explaining because everything that I said was impossible to do. I was not kidding when I said this was going to be a bumpy year. I was not kidding when I said that this is going to be a bumpy ride, but it's okay. You're still here, hopefully. So we're still in this journey together. My boyfriend's upstairs playing D&D, so you're probably going to hear him yelling, but that's okay. None of this is ideal, but we're working on it. Back to what I was trying to say, I basically had 5 major goals for this year, and how I arrived at those goals is all thanks to Rowena from Beauty Within. In 2016, she started her own YouTube channel in hopes of encouraging her peers to take an honest and sober look at their lives to see if they're living the life they proactively choose to live, and if they're not, to find the courage to do something about it. This is basically her YouTube channel for self-discovery, self-documenting her self-progression, and I've been really digging it. I've been really liking her podcast with Vivian called Voice Hugs as well. But essentially, I found her personal channel last year when I was having a rough time, especially at the beginning of the year, and I discovered her playlist called How to Reset and Unpotato for 2021 New Year Challenge. So what I did was I went through all of the videos within that playlist, and I diligently took notes and did everything that was asked within the video. It's basically a template of questions to ask yourself and review how the last year went. Once I went through all of the questions that Rowena presented, I was basically able to derive on a couple of things that seemed really important to me a lot of reoccurring trends. I eventually arrived at 5 main goals that I'm trying to talk about, but seems to be terribly bad at getting to the point, so please bear with me. So yeah, I went through this entire playlist. It was immensely helpful in trying to get myself to reflect deep within to find what is important, trying to get my life together. I would highly recommend for you to also check it out, and I will link the playlist down below. She's also got an updated playlist for this year called How to Reset and Achieve Your Goals in 2022. I haven't done those yet just because I think I still wanted to focus on the goals that I've set for myself last year. And now back to the video. The pillar number 1 is consistent journaling. It consists of documenting daily 小确幸, which is a Chinese word that means tiny moments of happiness or moments that made you feel that you're really lucky, just the daily dose of happiness. So consistent journaling means to document these daily happiness, reflection of thoughts and self-discoveries and improvements. And then pillar number 2 would be staying active. So it consists of exercise to keep the body and mind healthy, keeping up with the good habits. In December of 2020 that I started to regularly exercise. Fast forward to now, it's actually been a year and a half and that I've been consistently keeping up with my exercise, and I have a whole workout journey, and that how my body really changed, and even my confidence, my baseline of positivity and perspective on how I view things have changed just because I picked up this new habit of consistently exercising. And it's something obviously that I wanted to talk about, but again, I'm starting small with, this short and sweet video of sitting around the camera to go through what my goals are. So hopefully I'll have more videos that is beneficial, that documents my journey and summarizes my learnings so that it's useful, bite-sized information for you guys that are watching. I don't know who's watching. So number 2 pillar was staying active, and then number 3 was financial intelligence, understanding personal and household spending to make informed financial decisions to reach FIRE, which is financial independence, retire early. Honestly, I've always been a very frugal person. When I was younger, I would even consider myself to be a very cheap person. When I was still going to university, I had to pay for my own schooling, so I was pretty diligent about tracking everything I had. And then as I earned more money in my career, I think my mind started telling me, oh hey, like you're earning money now, it's time to enjoy a little bit, you don't have to be keeping track of every penny. And bam, that's like 3-4 years where I just no longer budgeted. But it's still, honestly, budgeting is a really important aspect, and I think it's a foundation of just like even knowing yourself, right? And if you don't know how much you're spending, how do you know how much you should be having in terms of emergency savings and how much you should be investing, right? So yeah, that's my 3rd goal. And then the 4th one would be close connections, which is keeping regular contact with existing close friends and also meet new folks that are like-minded. It's true, when you get older, friend circles just become smaller and it gets a lot harder to make new friends. I've grown out of the phase of having superficial connections. So I'm working on keeping my close connections closer, and also, always be open-minded to meeting new people and potentially developing a new close connection. So this is also inclusive of, regularly keeping contact with my family, making sure that I check up on my good friends every now and then, just so that we don't fall out of touch. The last one would be spark creativity. This is one of the quotes that I learned from Rowena. In order to exhale, we must first inhale. So really, this is kind of like a two goals in one. I know that I always wanted to do something creative in my free time, but in order for me to generate good content and be creative, I must first inhale by taking materials and basically just enrich my mind first. That is essentially the 5 main goals of 2022. And the reason why I try to really limit to 5 is because I want to keep myself focused. If I have way too many goals all at once, I just know that at some point, if I'm having a bad day, it's all just gonna crumble like the house of cards. And it will be very difficult to pick it back up. And that is the reason why I kept my goals short and sweet. Hopefully just like this video. Thank you for watching. Drop a comment down below what your goals are for the year. As you know, I've already talked about so many topics that I want to do. There's a lot of great content to come, I think, and this is going to be a self-development journey as well. So I would love it if you want to, join, hop on. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, I finished the video, so I'm gonna go and eat my sausage Mcdee. I always get the sausage McMuffin with 2 hash browns, and I'll put 1 hash brown in my sausage McMuffin. I'll have the other hash brown as dessert. So now I'm gonna go treat myself. Yay!